Welcome to Chat with the Jesuit. I'm your interviewer for today, Bettina, and today we have Father Michael with us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, it's a pleasure for me.
How are you?
Fine, apart from a cold I had, and I'm still recovering from it, but the rest is very well, thank God.
Very good. So, before we get into some deep questions, let's break the ice a bit. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? Do you have any hobbies? What do you like to do for fun in your spare time?
Okay, so I'm 35 years old, so I'm still quite young, I would say. Although the work at school, I work at the secondary mostly. I am at the secondary school here as a chaplain there, and sometimes work unfortunately doesn't give me enough time to do some hobbies. But something I enjoy doing is sometimes to go out for a walk, enjoy some going, enjoying natural views. Then also, as maybe some young people do, many young people do, I guess sometimes I get caught up watching videos of, let's say, humorous videos or planes, because I'm an avid kind of fan of planes, so I do spend time doing that, maybe sometimes wasting a bit of time watching videos of planes, for example.
All right, good. So, what was your calling to the church? Like, what led you down this path of becoming a priest?
So it started many years ago when I was still a student at the school. I used to attend a mass at Nashar, and from there, I had a retreat in summer, and kind of during one of these retreats, something struck me about I wanted really to help people to get to know God, to get to know Him, and to meet Him, have an experience of Him, of His love, and the joy He brings in our life. So then I said, I felt this calling, to help people, and I thought the best way to do that would be becoming as a priest. Not necessarily a Jesuit priest at first, just as a priest.
So, what drew you to the Jesuit organization?
Basically, then I did a lot of experience with the Jesuits at the chaplaincy, university chaplaincy, the sixth form chaplaincy. And I really enjoyed it. I really felt at home, like when you feel at home in an association, you feel accepted, you feel their way of doing things is really great. So I was really at ease with them. And I said, why should I change? When I asked someone, he told me, if you're comfortable with it, why should you change, So I knew the Dominicans, I knew some Franciscans, but I really felt the Jesuits were what I was seeking, their way of doing things and the way of speaking about God, even through the Bible, was really, I think, fitting for young people especially.
All right. So moving a bit away from that, I know you're involved a lot with EYM. You mind explaining to us what that is?
Yeah, so the EYM, which means Eucharistic Youth Movement, I'm the coordinator, right now I'm the coordinator at the secondary school, and we try to encourage young people, start from the primary. We have the secondary school, then at the sixth form, and also at university. The idea is that we have meetings where you live an Eucharistic way of life, which means getting in touch really with God, becoming friends with Jesus, through various meetings, through various activities. We have basically weekly meetings with the students, and we have the help of some teachers, which is very useful, and which I really thank God for their help, for their support. That's what we do. And we're united with the EYM in Italy, MEG. We just came back from a meeting in Rome. It was really nice. Around 750 people were present, and it was really nice. The students really enjoyed it. Plenty of fun, and also deep moments of prayer and of deep sharing too.
Very good. So, could you recount a particular memory from your spiritual journey that really sticks out to you?
Mm-hmm. So I guess one of the most interesting, or I would say unique moments during my formation was in the novitiate, when we used to have what's called the pilgrimage in poverty. So we'd walk from one place to another, let's say 250 kilometers without money, without would have an ID, but we wouldn't tell people that we're Jesuits.
Mm-hmm.
You walk asking for food and asking for somewhere where you sleep. And so it was really, you really experiment the providence of God. People sometimes they would not accept you, but then we always found places where we could sleep, where we could eat, and even plenty of food. So we really never lacked anything, and it was really a beautiful experience. That's one of the experiences I had. Other nice moments were, for example, the holidays with the other Jesuit companions. Coming from Malta, from an island, we don't have mountains, we don't have the snow. So when we had the first holidays in the mountains, it was really, really beautiful. Walking and hiking around in the snow. It was really amazing. So those, I could say, two different aspects, two different moments, really of great joy in my formation.
I can imagine like leading up to your ordination, there must have been some challenges, some barriers.
Mhm.
Like, what was it like experiencing them?
So one of the challenges is also the studying. We do study quite a lot as Jesuits, but we also have various experiences of formation. Myself, being from a mathematics background, I study maths and physics. By the way, math students are the best, but anyway, I shouldn't say that maybe, but I'd say they're my favorites. I would say maths and physics students. I have a soft spot for them, let's say. So studying things like philosophy is not always easy because it's not on the scientific approach, no. But then, yeah, some particular challenges, for example, were just before the ordination or the year before I was ordained as a deacon. Of course, celibacy, which means not getting married, entails a struggle, entails some difficulties, and you get your doubts. You get doubts sometimes. It happened to me just before I was ordained as a deacon, which is like a year before you become ordained a priest. Like, is this the real thing? Is this what I really want? Trying, say, oh, I can really have a close relationship with another person and with a woman, but still be religious. But at the same time, you start understanding it's taking away your energy, it's taking away your focus. Uh, you're too much concentrated on this person, and you notice and you try to seek what is the better good, And there, I really, through prayer, thanks, obviously through prayer, a lot of prayer and sacrifice, I noticed, really God was calling me towards to be a Jesuit priest. That's a challenge. That was one of the bigger challenges. Sometimes community life also is a challenge. You can find companions whom you do not always agree with, like in a family. Sometimes you're not always agreeing with your brothers and sisters. Um, so it's very normal, even amongst us. Or you're not comfortable with someone, or obeying your superiors is not always that easy. But thank God, till now things are going well.
Please describe a day in your life. Like, is there a routine? Is it more spontaneous? How do you go about it?
Well, definitely working in a school, I must abide by the timetable of the school, no. So it's very much structured, and I think it helps structure the day. So basically, I wake up at around 6 in the morning, after a shower and personal prayers and community prayers, then breakfast, and usually I'm at school at around 7:30 or around that time, because we have, like, the first lesson I have a mass or confessions or exam with the students. Then, being part of the administration, I also have meetings with the administration, or with other teachers or with members of staff regarding formation. Then there are the meetings of preparation for the Eucharistic Youth Movement meetings. I try to spend as much as possible break times with the students. So I try to make it a point. Unfortunately, I not always manage to do that, but I do try to spend time with the students. And after school, I eat, because I would be really hungry usually, and rest a bit, because I find I need to rest, and power naps really give me some energy. Just 15 minutes, it's enough for me, and I get my energy back. Then I work preparation for other things, or work in the house, because I have to take care of the house also, and my Jesuit companions. So basically that's it. Then if there is a mass, if I wouldn't have celebrated in the morning, mass in the evening, uh, and some other things, some other appointments maybe I may have in the evening.
You think the structure benefits you, or would you prefer to have a more free day?
No, actually, when school finished, for example, in June, in the end of June, July, I ended up, kind of at a loss. What am I gonna do this today?
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't have the structure. So structure really helps me. An important thing I also find is to try to structure moments of relaxation. That's not always easy, but I feel the weekend I need to take one day. Sunday we usually have masses, obviously, but I try to have at least one Saturday during the month when I relax a bit and spend some time in relaxation.
As a devout father, what does prayer mean to you?
Well, thanks for calling me devout. I'm not sure I'm such a devout father, but anyways, I think prayer for me is really entering into a personal relationship with God. As Saint Ignatius says, we are invited to speak to Jesus as a friend speaks to a friend. So for me, it's about talking to him about what I'm going through, about the difficulties maybe I'm facing at school, my apostolate. Also asking forgiveness when I've done something I know it's not the right thing to do. Really, it's about seeking help, seeking someone who cares for you, someone who really is there listening to you and supporting. That's prayer for me.
Great. And to finish off, lastly, I feel like many people my age have trouble expressing their faith to God or have doubts about their faith. What's your opinion on that?
First and foremost, I would thank God that young people have their doubts, because it's normal and it's beneficial that a young person has doubts, because otherwise you would be living the faith of your parents, which and not your own faith. My suggestion would be, to actually talk to God about your doubts, or maybe okay, if you don't really believe there is a God, talk to someone, even if it's some deity, kind of some idea of a deity. Ask why is this, what is happening, and seek also guidance. Seek also guidance of adults who can help. But it's really important, I think, to have doubts. It's good so that faith really matures. And everyone, and even saints, people like even from the Bible, figures like Job and Abraham had their doubts, and Job is lauded by God because he asked God some things. So it's good to speak to him about it. I think that's really important. So I would tell them to not give up, to keep on searching and keep on asking until then at one point you have to do a leap of faith. That's why it's faith, because there is a leap. But until you get some doubts, that's really good.
Exactly. I do think faith is very beneficial, especially nowadays when a lot of facts may seem fabricated, and having a sort of like support system to fall on is important.
Yes. Personally, yeah, I think I really feel God, and my faith in God has really helped me in my life, has really given meaning to my life. So I really invite people. We shouldn't oblige people, because God is a loving God who doesn't force people. But I really invite people, to have faith in God, because He can really give meaning, give purpose, and His joy and His peace is something which you cannot find anywhere else in the world.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your time with us.
Very welcome. I'm really, really happy to have been here, and thanks for the invitation.
Thank you very much for following us, and we hope to see you in future episodes. Merry Christmas, and we wish you all a great day.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.